With Matty being away, he's in Gibraltar at the moment and having a great time over there. Before the game's brought to you by Rain and Horn from Murray Bridge, and a big thank you to the Murray Bridge RMFL sponsor, major sponsor, Smiley Car Wash. Just had a big shout out to Matty's over in holidays. Another shout out he told me to give was to Aaron and Nicole for the little baby boy. They had Wesley the other day, and Matty's
Aaron and Nicole Pratt.
Yeah, and Warren and Sharon are touring around with Matty at the minute.
It's fantastic, but truly, if you're going to run the show, get here, Shane. Like, all I hear is what's the correspondence.
So I didn't have to introduce my offside.
No,
JK.
Truly, Hoodie, get on with it. Get home. Get home so you can be in charge. Truly.
And then our ex-captain who ran this for years and years, Shane Snell, welcome on board today, Shane. And had a great day here at Johnston Park, the home of football in the River Murray. And the Oval's looking great.
We don't get any comment from this bloke. It's a pleasure to be here, Sprocker, and looking forward to helping you guys out here this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. Yeah, the track's looking magnificent, and obviously due to probably 100 mil of rain over the last 5 or 6 weeks, it really lifts it up, and it's beautifully marked. And we've got our new scoreboard in here, so people will be able to see that on RMFL TV in the background later on as well. So we'll tribute to the club to turn out a great venue, and looking forward to the match.
Yeah, and traditional day to day, isn't it? It's great that we respect Anzac, and it's something you should never ever be patronised, or it's a
don't take it for granted.
No, it's actually right.
Well, it's the people of today as well. We talk about the past, but you've got to remember the current as well. They do a fantastic job.
And the RMFL now have a medal for every club and every game today. So I'll just run through those list of medallions for giving out today. Imps have got Merv Shop, who's been a great member of our footy club for a long time. The Ramblers have got Ken Duthie is presenting the award. Maipo is Eric Barrett, and Taylor Bend is Ron Tippins. The Cats have got Robert Lloyd. The Suns have got Max Stabnett and Jack Walker. Dewars Frank Stars, and the Mallee Districts have got Ian Johnson. So.
Can I just say one thing? I know a little bit of history about Ron Tippins. He is one of the servicemen that never came home. World War II, they were celebrating in the streets of Tailem Bend when the parents got the telegram to say that they'd lost their son due to the battle in World War II. So that's one of those heart-wrenching stories that obviously there's multitudes of those over the journey. So
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah. And I know Frank Stars. He's very closely related to the Masons, Mrs. Mason's brother, Clem's mum and dad, and my grandmother was actually very close to his mum as well, Frank Stars. So it's a real close connection. And it'll get to me, but 22 years of age, Shane and Spocker. Look, Mike, goosebumps. It's just terrible. But here we are today. Thank you to them.
Another one, Glenn Chance, from another Imperial guy, had a medal of him a few years ago. Lost his arm, had shrapnel, and he was a brilliant footballer, won a Mo medal, and brilliant best and fairest player, and come back and can't play footy. But at least he came back with his life, obviously.
And my story is, I only learnt on Monday night. I've been spending a bit more time with my dad, and we've been talking about the past. And he said, "Do you know your great-grandfather on your mum's side died at Gallipoli?" Yeah. And I said, "I never knew that." No, I found that out 5 days ago.
Yeah.
And he's got a plaque in his honour in Ballarat where they've planted 3,500 pine trees. And I looked it up and yeah, sure enough, he's there.
Yeah.
You better go to the Australian War Memorial.
Yeah,
You'll probably see him on the wall.
Yeah, so
Need to do that one day, Sprock.
yeah, I have to. Yeah, no, I will now.
Take the kids and the grandies.
It hits home, doesn't it? So,
Yes.
anyway,
Our sponsors for the day, mate.
Yeah, it's your Johnny. Go for it.
MVP Smiley Car Wash and Farm Fresh Markets. Did go to Smiley's and wash the car on the way through, Matthew Hood and Katrina, so and an extra drink for him there that's not normally there.
I paid for one or two of his cruises, I reckon.
So and thank you to Farm Fresh as well. Goal of the day is Grainwood, which crash repairs, so we know where they are, a couple of those. Too much information. High radar. Mark of the day is Sports Power, Murray Bridge. Defender of the day is Murray Sales. Elders are still doing the Rising Stars, so thank you to Elders. Coin Toss and Jimmy's Jokes. Crowey's Paints, Murray Bridge. Crowey's been involved for quite a few years with Jimmy, helping him out there. Quarter time, half time, 3 time break is Drendel Concrete. I think they've been aboard a year or two now, Shane, as well.
Yeah.
Special comments is Eckert Earth Moving. Thank you, David and Jodie Eckert.
And Mitch.
And Mitch, yes. Well, you know, he's on the payroll. I think.
Yeah.
So, and Matt's quiz is Walter Agency's CRT, and the scoreboard, RMFL TV scoreboard, is the Murray Valley Standard. It's great to see them, Shane. I know they're back bigger and strong and better, aren't they? So,
Yeah, the Standard. Yep. I subscribe.
and so
you subscribe. It's really
honestly, you hear these names, please support them. Times are tough, money's tight, and they still put their hand up to provide what they do for the community. So if you get a chance to go to any of these sponsors, please do.
Exactly right.
Talking about sponsors, and just want to touch back on the Murray Valley Standard. When you're away on holidays or whatever, put it up on my iPad so you don't have to buy the paper anymore. You've got it electronically, so yeah, look at that. It's good value. Keep up with the local stuff. So on to the premier sponsors for 2026. Our major sponsor is Smiley Car Wash. Obviously, we went through that. Swampwood Hotel, once again, football sponsors. Male Medal Night is the Ramsey Brothers organisation. Player of the Year, Daesh Irrigation and Fodder, as always, and as has been for a long, long time. Club Champion Award, Chemist King. The Duttons Team of the Week and Team of the Year. Junior Grand Final medals, Murray Bridge Recycling. The umpire still sponsored by Enavan. Sharon Footballs, Red Arc, that powers RMFL TV. So thanks to the Kittle family there for continuing to support us through that great asset of ours for having portable power. Emmett's, and the Volunteer of the Year is a Conquest Crop Protection Group. And just on sports awards, hope you're going to put a graphic up there, I suppose, in Mary Lou, whoever got it. So, yeah, the sports awards, just shout out to Rural City of Murray Bridge, the Sport and Rec group. They run annual sports awards, so any sport out there relating to the Rural City of Murray Bridge, anyone, there's senior categories, junior categories, coaching, volunteering, all that sort of thing. So jump on if you can get onto that QR code there and have a look at some details. If you're part of an organisation, we're looking for nominations for the end of June.
Good on you, Shane. Thanks for that. We're into round 3 already, boys, and it seems like we only just got over cricket not long ago, but round 2 last week.
It's back. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, round 2 last week, the big winners in the Farm Fresh Markets MVP went to Jesse White from Manham. What an acquisition this lad is for the Manham Footy Club, eh?
Yeah.
Gee, he's a huge man, and I heard he's actually given a little bit of help to some of the younger Taylor boys after the game last week, just to just in the rucking side of things. So
Giving the young Sammy Jarvis a bit of a hand.
Exactly, yeah. The Graham Edwards crash. Graham Edwards crash goal of the day went to Bailey Bowden from Manham as well. Beautiful move of the football, young Bailey, and he's very good kid.
Yeah, Manham are going to have a really good season.
Yeah. The mark of the day from the Sports Power Murray Bridge mark of the day went to Matt Spenceley from Manham. Obviously a new player out there, can take a mark or two. The Murray Sales Defender of the day went to Russell Jensen from Taylor Bend. And the Elders Rising Stars, that's a really smooth player, and the young Kobe Cabinet. Very good footballers.
Yep.
They're going to be good, man.
Could be a Mal early Mal medal tip.
Yeah, no, they've recruited really well, and the main thing is Sophie's happy. That's if Manham are going all right, Soph's happy, and that's the most important because we have to work with her most weeks. Yep. And if Sprocky, you're not here, but if Soph's happy, the whole crew are happy. So
it's not the lens cap goes on.
Yeah. No, it's limited coverage and footage. But if Manham are going okay, we're okay.
Right, good.
The league,
Johnny, go to the league awards.
Okay, this bloke's going pretty good, isn't he? Dan Menzel, he could 5 1 week, 7 innings. Cody Crowley, Dan's on 12. Cody Crowley, Kobe Dabinet, Johnny Boris, and Jack Lewis are on 6. In the reserves, Lockie Gotch, that's going good. That's great. He's on 7. James Lawson and Nelson Miller on 5 each. In the under-18s, Jordan Power at 9, Mitch Richardson 8, Will McBride and Riley Gladigo on 7. Just on that Gladigo bit, keep an eye out before June 30. There might be a Gladigo back south. There might be another Gladigo back at Manham before June 30. But I don't know too much. I just make it up along the way. Under 15s and half, it's, how do you pronounce that name? Jai Bilney on 9. He's had a great start. Cooper Cattle and Colin Wilson on 7 each, which is a pretty good start. Consider it's only round 3. And under 13s, Kobe Mitchell's on 8. He's had a decent start. Logan Kelsall on 6 and Jai Martin's on 5. So congratulations to those. They're all helping the teams along the way.
Well, Dan Menzel's worked out that program at the SRMFL pretty well, hasn't he? He had another night game last night, so he'll be available to play again today for the Cats. So.
He'll play about 6.
Yeah, right.
And then they might miss him for 12. But once again, it's only rumours, Shane, isn't it? But how will they go if they haven't got a Dan Menzel for 12 weeks, Captain?
Well, I think they'll still make the end, but how do they go finals?
Yeah.
And that's a big question mark. But, anyway.
Class act.
Player of the Year award, Shane.
Player of the Year, Dacia Irrigation and Fodder. Round 2 votes, Mallee Districts versus the Cats. Keenan Jacobs 3, Dan Menzel 2, Alex Stitterford 1. Taylor v Manham, Matt Spenceley 3, Jesse White 2, Russell Jensen 1 from Taylor. Ramblers v Maipolonga, and it's all Ramblers, Alex Pfeiffer 3, the Barn Owl, Malachi Katineri 2, Jack Lewis 1. Imperials versus the Suns here last week, Ryan Werfel with the 3, Cam Ball from Imps with 2 and Jack Penfold with 1. The leaders, Ryan Werfel 5, Alex Pfeiffer, Clint Dement, James Hargreaves, Keenan Jacobs, Matt Spenceley, Mitch Eward, Rory O'Driscoll, all 3 votes on Rory O'Driscoll. Played his first game for Port Adelaide last night and picked up 15 touches. They went down by 7 points, but he made the best players, so he's a league footballer anyway.
And Ryan Werfel, Shane, I'll get a look at him today. Where is he from the last few weeks? Obviously he's Polwell. Is he for myself and the ones at home?
To look at
midfielder?
Where are you at?
Well,
he's playing at Tinto.
He's at Tinty, is he? He's not in Imps bloke? I was thinking he was at Tinty.
He's a Suns player.
Well, there you go.
Very good.
There we go. Just the way you were thinking of it, they might be the double blues, but
no.
They've recruited all right too, the Suns.
Yeah, they have.
They might only have a couple of these players, Shane, from the odd time, obviously.
Although they're going, they're recruiting 1 a week.
Yeah. Pops up every week.
Get around 15.
Yeah.
It's good to see Clint Diment.
Yeah,
he's in good form.
He's good shape too. You have a look at him run around today.
Yeah.
It's a different man.
Well, yeah, I love those boys. So he's been a good player.
Yeah.
Male medalist, Shane, isn't he?
Yeah, he was when he played at Moto,
Yep.
I think he shared. Did he share it with Tate Silverlock?
He probably could. Yeah. Lovely family. Hello to his mum and dad. Probably still down at Bordertown, his mum and dad. Dynamo.
Chemist King Club of the Year Awards. This is always a good thing to have up at the front of. Southern Mallee on top there is 16. The Coorong Cats have got 14. Manham 14. Ramblers 10. Imps 8. Mallee Storm 6. Maipolonga 4. Taylor Bend 4 and Jervois 2. Smiley Car Wash.
Manham, here we go. I was just saying they're having a good start to the year. They're on 4. Southern Mallee are on 4. Coorong Cats are on 4. Imps are on 2. Ramblers 2. Jervois haven't hit the scoreboard yet with the Mallee Districts, Taylor Bend and Maipolonga. So there you go. So it's early days and it's a very interesting season, this one, Captain.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Team of the week, Shane?
Yeah, just on the team of the week there. See Toby Hollis on his league debut, played an outstanding game on the ball, and Ryan Werfel with his best on last week here was named in the middle. So there's your Dutton's team of the week for round 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Earlier today, boys, I was able to catch up with Jacob Rance, the new coach of Imperial Footy Club, and we've got a short video of him for 3 or 4 minutes, so we'll swing over that now.
I should have mentioned Baz. Where did Baz pick this bloke up from? What was he, a midfielder, Shane? Is he?
Werfel's been there a couple of years.
Good Anzac Day clash with Ramblers. Never an easy game against them, but looking forward to seeing how we go.
The clash from across the road, the hometown rivals. It's a big day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anzac Day, of course, too. There's a bit of commemoration to go on there, and it's a great day that we do celebrate, isn't it? The Anzac Day.
Yeah, definitely a very special day, and to honour the people who served before us as well. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. Your transition from playing to coaching, you played 170 A-grade games and a handful, 46 B-grade games to be exact, so you played plenty of footy. And that transition from playing to coaching, and The way you set yourself up differently before the game, obviously.
Yeah, probably I'd say enjoying not doing pre-seasons, so not doing all the running that they've been doing. But during the week, a lot more thinking about football, thinking about what could happen. As you know, as a coach, you're constantly thinking about, oh, should I do that? Should I do this? But then on game day, it's all pretty calm. It's all pretty much set up at the moment, so yeah, it should be okay.
You've got a regiment during the week that you start at a certain day and then you start building up to the weekend?
Yeah, quite often. But then, as you know, you might get a phone call from a player, you need to make a phone call, then out of the blue, your regiment changes a little bit.
Yeah.
But you like to have set times where, all right, I'm doing footy now I'm thinking about schoolwork, and now I'm just switching off kind of thing.
Yeah. And a couple of new assistant coaches, new faces in the box. Phil Johnston, someone who came to our club this year. So.
Yeah, we got Phil from Mount Barker and Nan before that. He'd been a assistant coach there. He's really good. He stays calm in the box, which I think is important. Him and Shoot have been a great help so far.
Yeah, that's the other one, Sean Clayson. Moved up through our junior ranks, hasn't he?
Yeah. He did the 15 and a halves last year. Now he's doing West Adelaide Academy stuff. But he's also been a great help in our back line and fill that forwards as well. So they're great supports for me.
Yep. Your willingness, you didn't want to play being a playing coach. You still got plenty of footy left in you, as we can see from the last couple of years. You're still playing all right. So.
Yeah, I think there was a few days where I stood a few faster wingers like Logan McCabe, and I thought, oh, it might be getting a bit past me now. So I wasn't going to play this year anyway, but then, fell into the coaching role, which I'm looking forward to, which I've been enjoying and very grateful for.
Yep. A couple of new players today we got in our footy side, the big ruckman, Jake Atkinson. Tell us a bit about Jake.
Yeah, so he's mates with Jack Penfold, Sean and Jared through Sturt probably 10 years ago now about that. He played a bit in the Hills around COVID time, so 2020, 2021. Had the last couple of years off and now he's back and he's pre-trained the last 6 weeks. Looking really good, tall player. He'll start full forward today and then pinch it in the ruck and hopefully it goes well.
I reckon the other thing you might like seeing is the progression of some of our reserves players from last year. I think the first game we played, we had 8 play in the league game that played in our grand final side last year. So that's something that's really good for our club, and you've obviously been in that situation a bit yourself. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think when I started, I reckon my first 2 years of senior footy, I played 2 A-grade games in both the first 2 years, and the third year I played a bit more. But yeah, we've won 4 B-grade flags in a row, so we've got plenty of players who are ready to play league footy. And it's great to see people like Blake Langdon, Dylan Shencher, Riley Daniels, Riley Frankie getting a chance now, Lockie Daniels as well. Because they've been knocking the door down for years and haven't really got a shot probably.
And it's a bit like they've had to do their apprenticeship, haven't they?
Yeah.
And like you just mentioned, there's plenty of players in the past that have done that.
Yeah.
And then they come through and once they get settled into playing that longer game, they'll be good players for us, won't they?
And the good thing about them is I think they're ready now to play A-grade footy. Like, they're not coming in and bouncing back out. But sometimes people come from juniors and play A-grade straight away and they're not quite ready and then they have to bounce back a bit. These guys are on their apprenticeship, like you said, and they're ready to play A-grade footy now.
Yeah, very good. We're going to throw to a few little quick questions here.
Yep.
Just to get to know you questions, they call them.
Yep.
So, your age?
I'm 31.
31. Your coffee order?
Never actually had a coffee in my life, which is rare in the teaching game, Just drink water generally.
How do you stay awake?
Hey, Nicky, I just try to grind through.
The best footballer you've ever seen in the RMFL?
I'd have to go Luke Harrowfield, I reckon.
Yeah, I just ran into Luke.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully he hears that, I'd have to go Luke, I reckon. Definitely the best I've played with.
Yeah. Your nickname?
Nickname is Ranger.
Ranger, yeah.
Yep. That's my field. My dad got that nickname in 1980s or something because they misprinted his last name in the paper. He said, and then it got passed down to me through Henry Hodge when I started playing senior footy.
The best movie you've ever seen?
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, me too. That's my favourite too. Yeah,
it's a good flick.
It comes on, I just watch it. Even if I miss the first bit, I still watch it.
Yeah, you can just plug straight in and watch it.
Beer, wine or spirits?
Spirits generally.
Spirits, yeah. Who'd you barrack for the AFL?
Adelaide Crows.
Yeah. The favourite takeaway food? You have takeaway food?
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah. KFC probably. I shouldn't probably say that out loud, but KFC I'd say.
Single, married or partner? What's your status at the moment?
Currently engaged with a wedding next January.
Yeah, fantastic.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. And what sort of car are you driving?
I've got a Subaru Forester.
Forester for outdoors. And your dream holiday destination?
Greece or Italy. Both of them were very good. I've already been there before, but I'd love to go back and head back there, I reckon.
Okay, fair enough. Just one last thing. Your philosophy on coaching for anyone that's looking to get into the game of coaching, what do you say to them?
I think be yourself. Try to make it a fun place to be first and foremost. You want people coming back, especially in country footy where they're working full-time. It's hard to work 8 hours and come and go to a place you don't want to be, so make it a good place to be. And then just communicate as much as you can with the players. They just want feedback constantly, so have open and honest communication with them. Good. You should go okay.
Very good. All right, thanks very much, Jacobs, for your time today, and good luck today with the big game.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, everyone.
Welcome back, boys. A little interview with Jacob, and he's going to be a good coach in the future, Johnny. He's really enthusiastic and he's well organised, and he'll go okay, Jacob.
He won't leave anything to chance. He'll do all his planning and preparation, and he won't leave anything in the tank. He'll put everything into it.
Good on him. Good on him.
All right, JK, what needs fixing, mate?
Well, I was on the freeway with Tans the other night going to the dogs, and there was a truck on the other side, jackknifed. I'm going to say a longer or wider or a better facilities for that thing to happen on the freeway.
Especially
Murray Bridge, what have you got, 46,000 houses going out the back here soon, near the race course. Mount Barker's probably...
Jervois will become a suburb of Murray Bridge.
Well, we might move in yet, we don't know. You know, who knows, but...
You'll be Murray Bridge South East.
Yeah, and we just need an alternative route, perhaps with Mount Barker. It's probably the biggest growing place in South Australia, so sooner or later we've got to look at trying to get people in and out of Adelaide a lot easier.
I'm just going on now. I'd love, because I go to Keith if I visit my daughter, I'd love that Dukes Highway to be duplicated as well. Just throw that in there as well.
Okay.
Shane, what do you got, mate?
The AFL Tribunal.
Yep.
We've been done to death, but what a disgrace that is for such a professional so-called billion-dollar industry run by people that they run a tribunal and then they can't get an umpire and a player and just settle what you said, what I said. Okay, we'll agree to disagree and walk out instead of going through all through the garbage they went through. And then when the appeal comes in, when the tribunal goes on, one guy's on his way to an open inspection in his car, and so that's compromised the result or the decision. And then when they had they heard the appeal, one of the QCs is in the background got his dogs barking. What a bushwhacker setup.
Audio works, audio doesn't work.
How embarrassing.
Yeah,
how embarrassing.
Footballers and
you're showing these little things into the US, so you want to sort of get the game growing as an international interest.
Yeah.
They'll be laughing.
Yeah.
They'll say, what about these guys in Australia?
We won't get started on the last one that just happened a couple of days ago, so we'll leave that one alone.
Can I just go with one little one?
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a plug for my son-in-law. Not so much needs fixing, but it's a R&D development idea. It's called, can you zoom in on that, Griffo? It's called Kick Chasers, and it's a app developed by Jack for any community footy club to use to gather stats and put player members on, etc. And then members can join and follow your team. It's live tracked by people doing the stats, obviously, from each club. It's free for the clubs to use.
He's been working on this for a couple of years now, Shane?
Yeah, year and a half. LT has talked to him as well about Jervois. We've got Taylor Ben through Brendan White. Had a bit of a play of it last week. So any clubs, not even River Murray, can be outside clubs, can use it. And then it's just one of those things he's trying to grow. He's put a bit of money into it to host it, but eventually it might be just a little subscription thing for individual followers, but not for clubs. Clubs are able to use it, live data to their bench or whatever. So,
fantastic.
Kickchasers.com, it's on the App Store, you can download it and follow your teams. Hopefully, it depends if your club picks it up.
The only thing I got, boys, is I'd like to put out a passionate plea to all the clubs, for all the clubs, about volunteers. We all need them, and we're running shorter and shorter every year. And it just takes a couple of hours. We know about it. We hammer it home all the time. Just give up a couple of hours to work in the canteen or the barbecue shed just to help out, and it goes a long, long way.
I know my brother helps Glenn Hill out, and another guy, they called him for 2 hours a week at the club, do a bit of whippersnip and a bit of that, and it just helps Glenn and others. And Michelle, I know, she'll be watching this. We're struggling, like all clubs. All clubs. I'm speaking to TC, he's back doing the bins. Imps, and you know, it's a huge, you can't do it without them. Like you said, an hour here and an hour there makes a huge difference.
Barbecue shed shifts, canteen shifts, they're big ones. You know, if you're a parent or whatever, and you're not going to be left holding the baby. You'll be supported and you'll be trained. And all that.
And please, if you want to keep your club going, we're all passionate about our own clubs. You've just got to do that little bit.
Or it was talked about that we could make our sport more expensive and charge any junior that doesn't want to have a parent that wants to support, you'll be paying a $250 volunteer levy. And you'll have to pay people to go in there and do it. That's the last resort. You want volunteers coming through so they eventually engage with the club and come up and grow and administer it.
I know Coots finished his game the other day at Yachunga. He was in the canteen for a couple of hours and loved it. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it.
I just walked past before, got a bottle of water, and we got our league footballers in there working in the canteen.
Well, they did the same at Jervois, and you just have to. Everybody's got to help out.
That's right.
But please, anybody, help your club.
Yeah, exactly right. And we're talking about our sponsors, Rain and Horn, who before the game were our major sponsor for this, and they've got a property of the week. And I'm just going to run through that property of what they've got for sale this week, John. Set on an 836 square metre allotment, this home delivers space, comfort and easy living. It offers 4 bedrooms with a versatile 5th bedroom or a study. It's perfectly suited to a growing family or those working from home. The master bedroom features a walk-in robe, an ensuite with all the bedrooms have built-in robes. At the front of the home, a separate living area offers a quiet space to relax, while the heart of the home is centred around a functional kitchen and overlooks a dining area and an additional space. Outside, enjoy a large undercover entertaining area, double carport and low-maintenance yard. A practical and appealing home suited to families, investors or lifestyles. If you're interested in this home or want to look at any other homes that Raymond Horn got, get down to the office in the main street down there and have a chat to all the staff.
You want to get in quick because Adrian Portelli, he tunes in. You know who Adrian Portelli is? Yeah. The Lamborghini man.
Yeah.
He's pumping a bit of price into that one.
All right. We'll move on to the Facebook pages and straight off the top, John.
Yeah, congratulations to Premiership Captain Chad Kennett on your 200 games, mate. Good effort.
Yeah, over to Imps, and great work yesterday. Like I mentioned earlier about getting the ground up and running look good, and nice little touch with the rising sun there from Daishi and Todd Cusack there to make it look good, ready for today's service.
The Jervois attended the Wadi Football Carnival this week.
Yeah.
And Tommy Orange is playing his 100th game today. Is that
okay.
Right? Yeah.
So
where's Wadi, John?
It's up, exactly up in the Northern Truth there somewhere, Shane, but they couldn't play a game for a day or two because one of the locals was tragically killed on a quad bike. So they might have only played the grand final, but the whole carnival was saddened by this young bloke that was killed in there. But they're up there supporting the Indigenous.
Yep. Mallee Storm over the page.
Yep, and here we go, Mallee Storm right at the top. League debut. This is nothing better than this, Shane. Patrick Lolla. Last Saturday, congratulations. So, it's pretty darn special. It's something you never forget for the rest of his life.
He's ex-Tailem Bend, and I reckon he had a bad leg injury as a colt.
Okay.
From memory. Yeah,
okay.
So good to see him come back and play footy.
Well, you need youngsters coming through, and they've got one in him.
Player auction for Mannum, Rump and Rev this Saturday. So, 2nd of May, which is not this Saturday, that's Saturday coming, not today.
Saturday week.
Yeah, so $35 a head. Get along to the Mannum Rump and Rev night.
Another league debut for my Palonga, Brandon Paul. He's been a junior that's come up through the ranks out there, and great achievement for him last Saturday.
Yep. And congratulations to Toby Hollis, who also made his league debut last Saturday and was named 3rd best. So I think I had 3 kicks, let alone 3rd best. It's daunting. It's daunting. And for this kid, young Toby, if you've got 3rd best on your first game, mate, you've had a great day out.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Another league debut, Jack Nicholas from the Southern Mallee Suns. So well done to Nicholas family, seeing Jack play his first one.
Yeah, and young Lucas Piggott from Tailem Bend. And now his older brother would be Lincoln, who's playing reserves footy for West Adelaide at the moment, and has also been named as an overage player for the state under-18 side. So Lincoln's going to go a long way in his footy career down there, I think. Well done to Lucas.
I think he's on the draft radar too, I'm reading.
Yep.
And along with young Pitt, he's going sensational down there.
Yep. This week's games, round 3. Boys, Maipo and Tailem under lights out at Maipolonga tonight, 4:45 start. So that should be a pretty good game of footy, I think, with the teams. They look up-and-coming teams, but
great innovation, the lights out there, and well done to Maipolonga for their hard work in gaining those funds from that grant funds there. 300 lux, which is double of what Johnson Park can pump out. So it's a real quality. I haven't seen it operating, but I believe it's a real quality light product out there. So it'll be interesting to see how the game goes. And probably get a good crowd out there. One thing good about Maipo too, with the trees in the background, it'll just lock in the light a bit. It'll reflect better, I think. So. And
Brother Mick's been up there supplying plenty of wood this morning, so it shouldn't be a cool evening, but if it is, get near his fire. He's entered. I don't know whether he'll be there, but the fire will be. One of them will be entered.
Where's your tip, John?
Look, it's my family out there, but I've got to go Tailem Bend. I hope not many of my family are watching this, but Tailem Bend away.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going for Tailem.
Yeah, me too, I think. Maipo, very young side. And Matty's tipped the Tailem Bend boys by 16 points. Kieran Cat, Southern Mallee, another twilight game down at Tintinara tonight, boys.
I don't know much about their lights. You know what they put in or what they've upgraded to? There's not a lot of information.
I haven't heard much at all, but All I know is that the Suns are in pretty good nick, and this will be a good test for them going down there to play against the might of the Coorong Cats and see how things pan out.
It will be. Yeah, obviously they won't have Rory O'Driscoll unless he won't butter up today. I wouldn't think after last night. So they did pick up a recruit during the week. I can't recall his name, but yeah, they were. Well, look, really, last week Imps had their measure for 3.5 quarters. So yeah, they really stole the game. So I wouldn't be too convinced that they're that strong that they'll go with the Coorong Cats. So Coorong Cats at home would be too good.
Yeah, Cats for me. I watched them with the live stream and you guys were down there first game of the year. They spread. They're very disciplined. They are still the side to beat. You can't write them off. He's got them ticking over. He mightn't be there as much as he wanted to be, but his footprint's in that team, Shane, and he's up the top. So Coorong Cats for me.
Yep. Me too, and Matty's tipped them by 36
Who cares what
points.
Matty's not here?
Okay.
Why has he got...
He's got it written here for me to read out.
Oh,
That's what I'm told.
Okay, fair enough.
Moving on, Jervois and Mallee Districts out there at Jervois. We had saw Mallee District a couple of weeks ago. They've definitely improved, John. They've picked up some handy players and they've definitely improved. Whether they can match it now with the real top teams, as in Jervois and the likes, I don't think they will. I think Jervois...
What's your list like today? Full?
No,
pretty good.
No, not full. No, it'll be very tight. It'll be a competitive game. We've got some youngsters there playing, so there's a bit of youth in the side. Unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, Casey Robbins. I love him to bits, but geez, he brings the average age down the player a fair bit. And good on you, Fossil. Still playing A grade, fantastic. But I think the Jervois might be just a bit too good, but you won't want to take your foot off the pedal for a couple of these teams, and this is one you won't have to take your foot off the pedal. They'll make you pay. So they've improved a lot. So
the Storm have improved a lot. The first game, they were really competitive, and for 3 quarters, probably just ran out of puff in the end, and Imps overran them. But they'll think they're in with the show, and Jervois will know they've played someone, but Jervois will get the job done pretty well.
And Matty's tipped them by 40 points, John.
I'm impressed, Matthew. Yeah.
So cost down rivals today, boys. Some Ramblers, there's no doubt who and Shane and I are going for. It's always a hard clash here. It never matters where they are on the table. It's like the good old Port Nord games and all this sort of stuff.
Interesting for me is the inclusion of Jake Atkinson. Forward, a new player for the Blues. He's a ruckman, 205 centimetre. Has played state juniors. Talking to Trevor Wingard, he played with Chad in state juniors, and he had to only make second ruck because the number 1 ruckman was Brodie Grundy at the time. Right. So second ruckman to Brodie Grundy's not bad. So we'll see how he goes. He hasn't played for a couple of years. He's probably going to be a bit rusty. And he might be doing a bit of time on and off, but we'll see how he pulls up. But you should see how the side structures up, but they're playing good footy.
I thought they played really well last week. They just didn't get the shots in there. They didn't take the opportunities in the last quarter when they needed to, and hopefully they can today. So.
Yeah, I think Imps will get the job, John, fairly easy at the finish, but I'm hoping that, with the Ramblers, our younger side, are still going their way, and I think they'll show glimpses, but no, too much class Imps. The accurate one, I don't know why, he's got Imps by 5 points. He's a dreamer. He's at least missing a 2 or 3 or a 4 in front of the 5. So, if you're going to get your facts, get them right when you send them through. So, no, Imps easy for me. Will you still talk to him when he comes home, do you think?
Yeah, he probably won't have you back. All right.
Where are we at, Sprocker?
We're up to the kids, boys.
Oh, no.
This is the first time we've run that. Jimmy, get in here, mate.
Hey, what's the story? Am I supposed to have the answer sheet?
Have you got the answer sheet, have you?
No.
And who's our sponsor of the quiz again? On the front page here was that Rain and Horn.
Walter Agencies.
Walter Agencies.
Okay.
You right there, Jimmy? You going to get in?
Yeah, I'll get in.
All right.
Eventually, hopefully don't slide off the seat. And fly away. Oops.
Mary Lee, can you just keep track of who's got the answers right?
Well, it'll be Shane, and Jimmy and
No, it'll be
Shane.
Shane.
Rightio, here we go, boys.
Shane.
Okay.
JK, captain.
Only quiz.
No, not captain.
You're not captain. Past
Shane.
captain.
And Jimmy. That's how you do.
Rightio. Who won the best on-ground medal in the 2025 League Grand Final? RMFL League Grand Final. The winner goes to...
JK.
Johnny.
Matt.
Exactly right. Wonder John. Where will the 2026...
JK. Meningi.
Correct again, John.
I'm surprising myself, Shane. What are you doing?
Who is the league coach for the Southern Mallee Suns?
Shane.
Yes, Shane.
Keo, Tommy.
Tommy, get you correct.
I think quick enough.
Taylor Ben celebrated last week. How many?
Shane.
Yes, Shane.
80 years.
Correct. Boy. In the Madden versus Taylor game last week, who was named the Farm Fresh?
Shane.
Yeah.
Jesse White.
Correct. Oh, how many cards are in a standard deck of cards?
Shane.
Jimmy? Yes, Shane.
52.
I knew that 52 pickup. We used to play when we were kids.
I only had a quick breeze of these questions. I thought, gee, can't get much easier. They cannot answer until you have read all the options. Okay.
Oh,
Listen to this one. Multiple choice. The first iPhone was released in what year? 2005, 2007, or 2010?
Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy?
Option B, 2007.
Correct.
had to be a young one. Get that right, Jimmy.
You got to be in the middle.
What is the name of Elvis Presley's Memphis home?
Shane.
Yes, Jane.
I was thinking bloody Neverland. But that's bloody.
No, incorrect.
It's
Johnny,
Michael Jackson.
James.
Jimmy, are you going to say J.K. Graceland's?
No.
Giffo, you setting me up?
Is that,
I don't know.
no answer?
No
Okay.
answer. What is it?
Graceland. Yeah.
We don't want...
How many colours are in the rainbow?
7. Shane.
Ooh, I'll go Jimmy.
8.
Incorrect.
7.
7, correct, Shane. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Last question. Who am I for 5 points, boys? Born on the 13th of September 1991 and started my football career with Golden Grove before my debut for Central Districts in the RMFL. I represented South Australia in the 2009 National Under-18 Championship before being drafted with Geelong's first pick in 2000.
Dan Menzel.
Correct. Well done, Jimmy, for 5 points. Triple point.
Yes.
Well done.
How'd we end up, Mary Lou?
Jimmy's a winner on 6 points.
Well done, James.
Well done, James. Good work, mate.
You answered the last one.
Well done, boys. Thanks
You're going to
very
need
much.
that for the footy tips.
Okay.
Thank you very much, boys. Thanks to our River Murray crew, Mary Lou, Denise, Kim, Harry, Jimmy, Sophie and Griffo, everyone putting their hand up to help out. JK and Shane, thanks, boys, for coming along
Pleasure.
and popping up here. Rain and Horn, our major sponsors, to Kim and John D. Michelle down there. Thanks, guys, for doing that. Major sponsor, the man himself, Smiley Car Wash. Thanks, Matty.
I forgot he was the
for
major
that.
sponsor.
Yeah,
And I paid him out the whole way through.
No free car washes for you, mate.
He took me disappointed.
Sorry, Katrina.
Yep. And next week's game is at Madden versus Maipalonga. So,
Okay.
Beauty.
all right. We'll see you for the big game shortly.